Hi, my name is Matt Dagley, and this is The Daily. Let's go. Of course, it's another rainy day, so let's take this one inside. In a moment, I'm going to unbox and demo the Frost and Chill. But before I do that, I just kind of wanted to recap the weekend and my experience with my car wipers. So I ran over to Napa and they actually had exactly what I needed. I should have went there first, I guess. Always bought stuff for my 2003 Cavalier there and it was always successful, so let's just go there first. And so now I'm gonna grab the SJ cam and this time hopefully everything will work out. So these are the wipers I put on. Actually, the last pair that I had, and I fear they would have came with this. They come with little pieces, so you can, fit it on all kinds of different vehicles based on what their mount is on the for the wiper blades. But that other pair I bought from Canadian Tire only had that adapter. Doesn't make any sense to me. So one of our neighbors up at the top of the cul-de-sac kind of had a neat idea. He said what you do is you take your spare wiper, like your passenger side wiper, like I have here, and what you do is you hang on to that, you keep it in your trunk. So if one of the new wipers falls off or wears out, or if you ever have any issues with your wipers, you always have a spare that you can just mount on there to keep off the rain or the snow. And where it's the passenger side, it'll fit on the driver's side or passenger side and give you the coverage that you need. So thanks for that tip, John, and one of these days I'll have to get you on the show. Did you see the fair is in town? Well, in Dartmouth, just off Main Street, not far from Cole Harbour. Today's viewer question is, when are you going to reboot toilet? So those of you who don't know, when I was in film school, I did a short film called Toilet. It's got about 14,000 views or so on YouTube, which is pretty good, I guess. And I played at a few film festivals. One of them in Florida and one of them in Russia. The Russian Film Festival actually contacted me. They went to put my film in, and I guess they put subtitles in Russian when they premiered the film.
Do you know anything about toilets?
Other than flushing and keeping the seat down for the ladies? Not much.
The tagline of the film that I put on all the posters is "Prepare to be flushed." And if you haven't checked out the film, I'll put a link in the description, and you can, maybe you'll get a few laughs. It's a comedy. It's nothing serious, so go watch this guy struggle with his toilet.
Shut up!
So to actually answer your question, I won't be rebooting Toilet. Just kind of a clip at the end of the film that makes you think maybe there's something else beyond that. But I used to make jokes that my next short film would be called The Urinal, but I was just kidding. It's not real.
What happened to your toilet?
I fixed it.
Lately I've been doing photography or picture taking at the what's called the Auction Hut Dartmouth, and they have auctions every week. You can look that up on Facebook. And this week I bid on the Frost and Chill, and I won my bid. All bids start at $2. I was the only bidder, but that means I won. What it says in the box is that it frosts your glass in seconds. Right there. No more waiting for a glass to chill in freezer, and it's great for gifts. And that's really all there is in it. It's made in Hong Kong. It's got a worldwide patent pending. So let's open it up. So inside, you have a bottle. It's the chiller, it says on there. See that? And for more information, contact our technical service department. And it's got a phone number. It's probably not in service. Chemtronics Inc. out of New York. Contents under pressure. Read caution on back panel. Oh, there's a whole list of information on the back here. Copyright 1987. Do not puncture. All the usual compressed gas stuff. Use only as directed. Keep out of reach of children. The usual warnings for all that kind of stuff. And then we have, looks like that's the frost and chill. Whoa, frost and chill canister. So put the box to the side there. So I'm gonna put this box off to the side just because I have 3 cameras filming today. I got the G7, GH5S, and the XA20. The reason why I'm running 3 cameras is because I'm going to be using them all this week for the shoots in Bridgewater and Yarmouth and Kempville. So I just want to make sure everything's working. I got the mic set up because the presenter on that shoot will be wearing the lavalier microphone. So I just want to make sure it's always good before you go on a shoot, especially when you're on the road, to test all your equipment. You don't want to get somewhere like Yarmouth and have to run to the camera store because something broke down. Because Yarmouth, as far as I know, does not have a camera store. So you gotta make sure that everything's working before you hit the road. All right, now back to the unboxing. So we have the canister here. It says Frost and Chill right on it. Then we got the, looks like a top. What is it on the box? So yeah, it just snaps into the top. I think this is the portion where the glass would go in. And there's no real instructions in there actually, but it seems pretty simple. I would assume that you take the top off. And sure enough, there's a spray nozzle right inside there. And so you put the chiller canister in there. Oh, there's actually a slot in the bottom. So on the very bottom, I don't know if you guys can see that. You just put the canister in. It's like a perfect slot, perfect size. It fits right in there. And then there's also a little tab on the bottom of the lid. Oh, sorry, the other way around. So there's a tab with a hole in it on the lid. And you just push that in. Oh, it's spraying. I just sprayed my hand. So I'll put that back in the middle here so that all of our cameras can get it. And I have this generic brand of cola that we're going to be using as a demonstration for this. And I have 2 glasses. I have a beer glass, and it's another generic brand. I think it's Black Label or something. And then I also have a glass, you know, you might use for rum and Coke or what have you. I don't have like a martini glass as it shows on the box, but I think we can make it work with these. So I think what I'll do first is I'll open the generic cola and have that ready. I did not put this in the fridge or anything like that. It's room temperature. And so we're gonna take the smaller glass, put it on here and see what happens. Whew, a lot of mist there. But as you can see, the glass is frosted. It's quite cold to the touch. It's frosted the whole way around the rim there. Let's give it another shot. And yeah, that's actually pretty neat. Pour a little bit of generic cola in there. And you can see that it's frosted all the way around the rim of the glass. That's really neat. Yeah, I mean, obviously the cola is not ice cold, but it is a lot colder than room temperature. I think if I let that sit for a bit, that it would definitely cool off the beverage. Definitely make it cold. Now, we'll try the beer glass. It's doing a similar thing. I think the problem with this glass is that where it's so tall, it can only really do the rim or the top portion. I think that's why on the box it shows the martini glass. I think that's sort of the size you should use. But then again, it's all the way to the label here, so let's give it another shot. Maybe another one. Let's go with, what was that, 4 or 5? You can actually hear the canister itself is actually getting cold as well. Yeah, there's ice building around the edge here. But now look at that glass. There's actually ice on there. Wow. It's pretty neat. Let's pour some cola in there. Obviously I don't have enough to fill the glass, but you get the idea. Let's try the smaller glass again. It's a lot colder now that I let it sit. Obviously, when you, if you were to use this product, you would put your beverage in the fridge, and then this kind of acts as a room of sort of ice or coldness, in addition to having a refrigerated drink. And so yeah, so that was the Frost and Chill. I know what everyone's going to ask me. Where can I get one? Well, unfortunately, you can't. I looked up the name of the company. I think it's on here. Sunnit, down here at the bottom. Doesn't exist. I can't find any information on the internet about them. And where the canister, I think it said the 80s on there. Yeah, copyright 1987 on the bottom here. I have a feeling that it came out in the 80s and maybe it wasn't a hit, maybe it didn't take off, and the company discontinued it. Well, you can't find the company anywhere, so maybe the company closed. But so yeah, once this canister is empty, that'll be the end of the Frost and Chill. But I think it's a really interesting device, and you know, I mean, I can kind of see maybe why it didn't take off. I mean, why go through all this when you can just make ice cubes or make slush, you know, for your drinks, for your martini glasses. But yeah, I still think it's pretty neat, and I'm glad I bid on it. And also the link to the Auction Hut Dartmouth will be in the description. And they have some pretty neat stuff in there. New auctions each week, all starting at $2. So I don't know, drink some generic cola. See you around. So today's second viewer question. If pineapples were the size of a kiwi, how many pineapples could you eat in 2 hours and 45 minutes? To be honest, I don't eat a lot of pineapple or kiwi. That's an interesting concept, though. A pineapple the size of a kiwi. Just because you don't always want like a large, huge pineapple. Sometimes you just want a bite. If Deuce was here, he'd just eat the whole pineapple.
That pineapple gives it a nice zingy taste. People love pineapple. They just love it. And I love pineapple.
Because you know how he loves throwing pineapple on his pizza.
Pineapple is the nectar of the gods.
But for me, pineapple, kiwi, not really my thing. But this sounds like it might be a challenge. Who wants to see how many pineapples or kiwis I can eat in 2 hours and 45 minutes? Let me know. So that brings us to the end of another episode. This week, I'm going to be traveling to Bridgewater, Yarmouth, and Kentville for video shoots. If you guys know of any restaurants in those areas that I should check out, leave them in the comments, and I'll try and make it over there. Yarmouth is lunch, and Kentville is dinner. Don't worry about Bridgewater. I got that covered. Also, when I'm in Kentville, I hope to meet up with Ian.
I'm Ian Swinimer, and thanks for watching.
Maybe I can convince him to be on the show. Thanks for watching. This is the 10th episode of Dagley. So that's 5, 10. All right, that's it. I'll be documenting a little bit of my travels this week. And there should be a new episode, hopefully end of the weekend. All right, that's it. Daily Dagley, we'll see ya.
You like that, don't you, huh?